now the greatest podcast of them all. What's up? It's a Planet Hank live show. We're live as hell in this motherfucker. The Brattleboro News Recap. Yes, that's right. Everybody make sure you pop in. We're streaming on all platforms this evening, 6 p.m. We're doing a live podcast. We've had a long week. You know, we've had a lot of stuff going on in the little old town of Brattleboro, Vermont. And you know, we got the Brattleboro News popping off. Everybody loves the old Brattleboro News. So if you're just hopping in, fucking say what's up. Ike Kwamen over in YouTube says, let's go. Brattleboro News is here to stay. So today's show, I'm going to be doing a recap of all the stuff that's been going on. Some of the best stories in the fastest growing, the number one source for your news in the state of Vermont, in the whole nation, really. I mean, it's really that simple. We've got the best news source around these days. It's not even close. People can act like they've got something, but they don't. David Hodkin, what's up? What's up, buddy? What's going on? So this week, we've really had a lot of high crime show up in the town of Brattleboro, okay? We really have. We've had some very unfortunate situations. We've had some funny situations. We've had some high crime. We've had some petty crime. We've had some regular stuff. But first, why don't we take a toast to the Brattleboro News is here to stay. I've established we have it. Here it is. I'm going to be drinking this Celsius live on the cameras. We know how it goes. Ike Kwamen says, greetings on Facebook. Just so everybody knows, I'm streaming on multiple platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Matter of fact, I need to press go live on Instagram. We're live on Instagram. I'm drinking a Celsius. Tropical vibes. Let's get it done. So this part of the show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it up. If everybody would do me a solid and share up the Brattleboro News, let everybody know that you're in here. Let me go ahead and fire this off into a bunch of different groups. Brattleboro News Recap Show. This is a show where I am going to basically play a video and then allow you guys all to see the footage. And then I'm going to tell you some of the stuff that goes along with this that maybe is not in the video that you guys had questions about. Because I know that a lot of people have tons of questions about what actually happens or what's going on behind the scenes, you know. And so here it is, the Brattleboro News Recap Show. I just shared it into a bunch of groups. There's my sponsor, Jeff Bush, Cherokee Diversified. Starting on the 1st, next Monday, I've got a massive sponsor, local here in Brattleboro, hopping in. But that doesn't mean that I'm not thankful for the sponsors that I have now and that have helped me get to where I am. The sponsorships that I have now, these guys have stuck with me. They've really, really, really been great. Cherokee Diversified, DR Roofing Solutions LLC, you know, they made it happen. They stuck with me for years, and I have a feeling that they're going to still be there for years. So hats off to these guys. A toast to you. You know what I mean? The greatest sponsors out there. So I've shared it into a bunch of groups. I'm sort of, you know, letting some people hop in. Angela Gagnon says, he says hello to him. Damn it. Laughing my ass off. Yes. Who are you talking about? You're Josh? Is that who you're talking about, Josh? I don't know who you're speaking about. But okay, so for this recap show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a news story, a Brattleboro news story. And then I'm going to allow you guys to ask questions. I'm going to allow you guys to make comments, So when you see the footage, I want you to, stay focused, make some comments about what you're seeing, what you're doing, what it makes you feel like, and then maybe ask me some questions. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to play. Here it is. So I'm going to play it.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here on Route 30, Linden Street, just outside of downtown Brattleboro, where police responded to a call of a disturbance. A man was involved in an altercation with a female, was destroying her personal property, and was running in traffic.
Don't you fucking touch me! I have no shoes on! Don't you dare put me in the fucking vehicle, you asshole!
Not.
You are too! I was 8.5 years in the fucking army!
Give me your
Fuck
hand.
off!
Give me your hand.
Fuck off!
Give me your hand.
Fuck off!
Give me your hand.
Don't you kneel on my fucking eye, you
Fucking
son
hand.
of a bitch! You fucking asshole! Yes, please record this!
Give me your
Please
hand.
fucking record this! Ah, you fucking kicked me in the goddamn kidney, you ass!
Because you're not giving me your hand.
Fuck off!
Give
you
me your
bitch.
hand now.
No!
You're going to get kicked again.
Go ahead, kick me, and it's all on fucking evidence. I'll sue
Yeah.
the Brattleboro Police Department. Go ahead.
Shout out, Blade.
Fucking do it, you asshole. Fucking do it. Ah! Fuck you. Ah! I hope you're happy, Tabitha. I hope you're fucking happy! I fucking wanna die, and these motherfuckers are pinning me on the fucking ground! You're an asshole! All of you are! Fuck off! Fuck you! You threw me on the ground, you can pick me the fuck up! No! No! If you can throw me on the ground, you can pick me the fuck up! No! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! You kicked me! You need me! You threw me face first on the fucking ground!
Because we told you to stop, you kept walking away, you told me to fuck off.
That's not resisting arrest and you're a fucking officer.
Right.
I can tell you to fuck off. Freedom of speech, you
Right.
goddamn cocksucker.
So, disorderly conduct because you're blocking traffic.
Disorderly,
So
that's
you-
not
you
blocking
were-
traffic.
Yes, you were.
No, it's not. They had freedom to move around me.
No,
They had
you
plenty
were
of
walking
fucking
in the
room.
middle of the roadway.
Fuck off. I'm done fucking talking.
That's fine.
I'm not resisting, but I'm not cooperating.
Do you need rescue?
I don't fucking care, whatever the fuck you think. Since you guys know what's fucking best.
Okay.
Throwing me on the fucking ground. Fucking pieces of shit.
Sit up.
Fucking stepping on my goddamn feet. I got no fucking shoes.
Kick your leg in, kick your leg in.
Fucking assholes. You can let fucking go of me. I'm fucking handcuffed.
Brattleboro police showed up with multiple officers and had to chase the man down Route 30 and use force to detain him. After a short struggle, the officers were able to detain the man and they transferred him to Brattleboro Memorial Hospital for a mental health evaluation.
The fuck off of me. I'm gonna fucking kill someone or myself. You guys throw me on the fucking ground? Fuck you.
While he's under arrest? Yeah. He probably doesn't have anything but lose. Beggar's right here, right? Second pocket real quick.
I'm in a fucking goddamn fucking hospital. The fuck do you think? Like, seriously, search me. Fuck you guys. Fucking more worried about me than the goddamn fucking junkies at the goddamn Quality Inn. Fuck off.
Oh!
No, don't fucking touch me.
I was able to get a comment from Assistant Chief Evans of the Brattleboro Police Department.
On June 11th at around 2:50 p.m.,
He
officers
blames the woman.
Law and Crandall responded to Linden Street for a report of a male that was damaging property and running in traffic. They arrived,
Shout out
located
Assistant
the male.
Chief Evans.
The male disobeyed officers' instructions and was forcefully taken into custody. And then he was transported to Brattleboro Memorial Hospital for a mental health evaluation.
Just because you are arrested does not mean you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. So we got the news. So, man, run down Route 30. So everybody wants to know some of the details, some of the stuff. What's going on, man? What's going on? What had me dead about this one was, when we got the call, the guy was supposedly trying to smash his girlfriend or wife's windows in her car. So the police drove over there doing what's called going code, which means that they got their sirens on, they got their blue lights on, and they're driving fast. They were driving fast as hell all the way across Brattleboro because they were literally up north Brattleboro dealing with something, and this happened on Route 30. So they go flying down Putney Road and pull up. And as we're pulling up, you see all the guys, all the security guys and rent-a-cops and some of the administrators from the Brattleboro retreat that were like running down the road. They were like, I don't know, they were like doing something. They like thought it might have been one of theirs. The guy was wearing scrubs like he was inpatient in the hospital. You know what I mean? So shout out Danny Horton for the stars. Shout out Danny Horton for the stars. You guys can send me stars. Thank you very much. So the call came in that it was like domestic violence, that he was like damaging her vehicle or whatever. And I guess that's Tabitha, because he was like, damn it, Tabitha, blah, blah, blah. And it was like yelling about her pulling up. And she pulled up and yelled some shit out the window and pulled off. Some people noticed in the video on some of the comments, they were like, okay, so she pulled up off the side of the road and parked for like a minute, and then she just pulled away and left. She left altogether when he was getting arrested. So when we're not sure, like when we pulled up, I pulled in right behind Officer Law, and that was one of the brand new cops that they have training. He goes, bro, do you just sit home and listen to the scanner, or do they call you? Okay, so how I get this stuff is there's two different ways that I can get the content. Okay, I have this scanner right here. Shout out to Cherokee Diversified, one of my sponsors. Really threw down. These are very expensive to be able to pick up a P25 scanner signal to be able to get all of the codes, all of the actual calls that come across the dispatch. So I listen to this scanner, and I live in very close to downtown Brattleboro, so I have the ability to get to the calls very quickly. Like if I leave my house. Now the other way to get the calls is that I will actually patrol outside and drive around waiting. It's not every call is initiated with a scanner. There's sometimes that I see something happening and I can get some of the content, and then the police show up and I will be there first. A lot of times I will actually beat the officers to the calls, and some of the best footage comes out of a situation like that. He goes, Hank just sits home dressed up chilling. He goes, I love what you do, man. He goes, her driving by was so funny. Yeah. Tell me that don't remind you of some of your relationships out there, some of the toxic shit that we've all done in our romances. You know what I mean? Like, she pulled up in the Jeep yelling some shit, and he's like, fuck you, Tabitha. The way his voice cracked a little bit like that, you could tell that he was an honest fuck you. You know what I mean? He said, straight up, fuck you. You know what I mean? I have no idea what was going on, why he was dressed the way he was dressed in hospital clothes. So they said that he ran off of Brattleboro Memorial Hospital. Okay, so he left Brattleboro Memorial Hospital. But I don't believe that story. Here's my theory is I think that she picked him up. That maybe he escaped there and she picked him up and drove him, because that's like 2 miles. So you ran from Brattleboro Memorial Hospital up Union Hill, down Cedar Street to Route 30? I don't think so. I have a feeling that it was more along the lines of like she picked him up and then they got into some big argument. You know what I mean? And then he probably either pulled the whole, I'm getting out, screw you, Tabitha, and jumped out. What I'm waiting for is I would love to hear somebody who knows Tabitha. Anybody know who Tabitha is or who this is? You know what I mean? I would love to know. Ask me some questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to write them up, and I will answer them as best as I can. Jessica Lynn Boudreau writes, thanks for showing us all the real things that happen in Brattleboro. And that's a comment that I've been getting a lot more lately, is that some of the news sources that we have in Brattleboro are focused on what I would call maybe more of a narrative. That Brattleboro has what, they have this idea of what they want the town to be. What they want to see in the news. They want it to be this, birds and butterflies and flowers, and everything's a feel-good story about what kind of flowers they're planting downtown. But clearly that's not really what we've had going on in the town. Now is it? That definitely is not what we've had as of late. It sure is not, okay? It's a very nice town. Brattleboro is very nice. We got some big problems, though. I'm going to put up a slide here, and we can talk about this again later, but I'll put up a slide. This kind of shows you what is going on in Brattleboro. Now, this is a crime chart which shows Brattleboro in comparison per 100,000 residents, which is calculated annually per 100,000 residents, which obviously we don't have 100,000 people in Brattleboro. We have like 13,500, somewhere around there. Give or take a little. Don't quote me. Don't throw me under the bridge. But if you run the numbers through, our assault charges are 375.3 compared to the national average of 282. Okay? So we've got ourselves a little bit higher on assault. Our murders are 8.2 murders compared to 6.1. We're high, okay? Rape, we got a 65.3 compared to 40.7 for the national. Okay, that's high. Like, we are high. Robbery, okay, we're down. We got 40.8 compared to 135.5. Hey, we're doing good on robberies. Very few people are robbed. Okay, so we get a couple brownie points on that. So anybody who says we're hating, you can take that and stuff it. Okay, we ain't getting robbed in Brattleboro. But here's the one that's crazy. Okay, these next two are property crime statistics calculated annually per 100,000 residents. Burglary, 1,093.3 compared to a national average of 500? No way, bro. We're shooting 200%. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. We got burglary, you know what I mean? We got people busting in. That's happening. And theft, 4,977 compared to 2,042. Wow, man. So our burglary and theft numbers are out of control here. Okay. So the narrative can say whatever you want for the narrative. The reality is we got some problems. We got some crime that we need to work on in Brattleboro, okay? Crime numbers are out of control. Burglary, theft, assault, murder, rape. The only one that we did all right on is robbery, okay? Robbery, we're low. So I feel like what they're saying is muggings. Like, people are not walking up and trying to rob you and take your shit face to face. Nunny Beeswax over on YouTube writes, hey, Hank, Renegade Property Management writes, crazy. He goes, except for that guy that stole the truck. Jen Benware says, did you talk about the murder yet? No, I haven't. That's coming up. That'll be one of the last stories that I did. We've only played one so far, and it was the arrest on Route 30. So before we move on, anybody else have any questions surrounding the arrest on Route 30? This guy was fighting with the cops and doing, going crazy down on Route 30. Tabitha, I would love to know who these people are. Tabitha pulled up. Tabitha pulled up and was yelling shit out the window. He's wearing his hospital scrubs. I think she picked him up at the hospital. Off the record, okay? I know I'm a reporter, okay? What I really try to do is just say what I see, and that's what goes into the news report. It's not political. It's not biased. It's not me carrying a narrative. I'm not injecting any type of narrative along into my news reports at all. When it comes to the podcast, I kind of just want to be able to say my opinion a little bit about what happened. I'm not going to try to add too much, but I think that maybe they were in an argument, something happened, you know. I think that he might have gotten a ride from Route 30. Who knows? He goes, the state's attorney, Nunny Beeswax on YouTube writes, the state's attorney's office told me that they have to literally hurt someone before they get help. He goes, how do you find out about the situations to get there in time? So I run this scanner. This scanner literally tells me what the police are doing, where they're going. That is one method that I use. The other method that I use is obviously if I'm in downtown Brattleboro, I patrol around in my car. I will drive around quite a bit. I spend hours doing it. I will sit in the car. I have my camera. I have my gear ready to go. I'm listening to the scanner. If a big call comes in, then I'm ready to rip right out of there. And I'll go right down and follow it. Sometimes I can work with the police. They love the video content. They are very happy with how it comes out and how that I keep it completely neutral and how I show them, and then I allow the raw footage to be shown. That's why that they are usually very, very willing to give me statements and treat us all Brattleboro News fans, including myself, with utmost respect. Transparency in the Brattleboro Police Department is a huge priority. They absolutely want to be involved and they want to show off their work. So many times people say, hey, the Brattleboro Police, they don't do anything, you know, and they take the blame for a lot of the criticism that comes around when I don't think that it's them. The Brattleboro Police make the arrest. They fill out the paperwork. See this? We're getting a call coming in.
So can you head up to the exit 2, which is her address? I think it's 1114. They have a female subject that just showed up on the property. Apparently is not integrating well with the patrons that are leaving. She's been inside the store. She's been asked to leave. And getting very vocal between her and the teller that's inside.
She's not integrating well with the store? So they want to no trespass somebody off the property. We get tons of calls for no trespass, get him out of there, et cetera, et cetera. He goes, scanner, or do you work for the police? He goes, that was a good few shots that you got with the guy in the truck. I saw him in his face. We're going to show that story soon. Jeff Bush says dedicated. Jeff Bush, shout out to Cherokee Diversified, my sponsor. He knows how much work did I put into this. Honestly, I'm up at night, late, driving around, patrolling, getting stories. If something happens, I'm there. He goes, do you get paid? Yes, I get paid very, very well. And we are opening up advertising. If you have a business, a large or small business, and you are interested in advertising on any of my content, being involved in the videos, definitely hit me up, because we, as of next week, are opening up advertising and sponsorship opportunities for businesses in the town of Brattleboro. We have a massive, she goes, I'm a she. Sorry. I am so guilty of just calling people whatever, he, she, I don't know. I just get talking. But we are opening up. I have a massive sponsor for one of the larger businesses in Brattleboro coming in, and that starts on Monday. He goes, I like the Nightcrawler, but it disappeared. The movie, yes. He goes, drove RBS tested in the sponsoring and Drove RBS tested in the sponsoring and advertised Renegade Property Matrons. I feel like what you're saying is you'd be interested. It's definitely one of the best ways, definitely very best way in Brattleboro to get people who are your customers to see your business name and be involved. The reality is that the local newspapers, the other media sources in the area are on a massive decline. It's not me being competitive. It's me being a realist. We have all the views. We have the excitement. People are on their phones, going on social media. I post to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We've got all the content. We got thousands of views on all platforms. It is way well and beyond anything that any of the local newspapers, even the radio, can get you. So if you are serious and you want to get people involved, send me a DM. I'll hit you up with some prices and I'll show you what you're working with, because it's definitely the best way to get yourself seen. There's no other way to get as many views and to be involved. And the other thing is, you get to be involved with something that I hope that you believe in, because people see this and say, holy crap, this I believe in. This is something that I want to be a part of. I want to see this succeed in the town because I want to know what's going on. He says, Elizabeth says, we say fuck you to Tabitha all the time. Man. She goes, can you pin your TikTok? I think it's Planet Hank 1. I'm trying to pin my TikTok. Let me see how I'm going to do my TikTok. All right, here we go. Let me share my profile. Copy link. I'm going to copy the link right now, and I'm going to drop it right in here. Bang. This is my TikTok link. It's Planet Hank 2. She said, thank you. Bro, 2020 Hank would have never seen this coming. Exactly right. Exactly right. There's my TikTok right there for everybody who wants to follow it. Okay, so moving on from Route 30, we're going to play the next story. So how this works is I play the content, I allow you all to see it, and then we can comment, and I'll tell you the backstory. So here it goes.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here at the mobile station by the Rotary off Putney Road, where police received a call that a man was driving a red Audi, purchasing alcohol, and acting extremely intoxicated. Brattleboro police showed up and began an investigation for suspected DUI. The man was acting outrageous, extremely intoxicated, and disrespectful to the officer.
Good, right? Where are you? Now my possession!
Robert, I'm not trying to prove possession here. I'd
Now my possession!
Robert, I'd like to get your car secured, right? I need your keys in order to do that.
Yeah, they're in there.
They're in the car.
Yeah,
Would you be able to? I assume that's them in the center console. You don't
Oh
mind
my
me going
God.
in here? I'm not. I'm just.
Take them!
You guys. I'm going to move your vehicle into a parking spot. All right.
Dude, have fun doing it.
At that time, Vermont State Police showed up to assist with the investigation. Officer Culp of the Brattleboro Police Department went inside the mobile station and observed security footage of the man operating the vehicle.
Have you ever been in handcuffs?
Just for training.
Never, like, for pleasure?
Arrested? No.
Never for pleasure?
That's weird.
At that time, the man was placed in handcuffs and arrested for suspected DUI.
Real quick, though. So, Carolyn, Daniel are here. Do you want them to take your car?
Yeah.
Or do you want to leave it parked here?
He said, I think the cop liked the
Do you
groping.
want Carolyn Daniel to take your car?
So, answer your question. Do you want them to take your car or not? Yeah? Alright, put in a simple answer.
All right, I'm going to double lock these so that they don't get any tighter on you. Okay, I checked them for fit and the fish right.
He says, bro said, dude, have fun doing it.
Robert, listen, he says, we're going to put everything in.
Carol! Hey,
We're going to
listen to what
put,
you're saying. I'm listening.
we're going to put this stuff in this bag.
Carol!
Right? Yes, and when we're all done getting released, you'll get it all back, okay?
No, yeah.
So there was money in here?
Yeah.
In your car?
No, there's money everywhere. No, I got in the video.
So you want,
No, I got in the video.
I don't know what that means.
That means I got money.
Okay. Do you want this bag in your car or do you want it to come with us?
He says, I got money.
Carol! Don't say anything! Carol!
There's Carol.
Carol! Don't say anything!
I was able to get a comment from Chief Hardy of the Brattleboro Police Department.
On June 1st, the Brattleboro Police Department received a call to be on the
Big
lookout
shout out
for
to
a car
Chief Hardy!
possibly being operated by an impaired driver. The driver and the car were located at the mobile station on Putney Road by Brattleboro Police. After investigation, the driver showed signs of impairment and was taken into custody by Vermont State Police. He was charged with DUI.
Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation, is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com.
Woo, man, I love that one. That one right there, bro. What are you shitting me? Oh, Lord. Shout out to Chief Hardy. Shout out to the Brattleboro Police. Man, so, man, when he went down, it went, la, 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 and that was Officer Culp's booty. He was trying to eat that booty. Man, you ever been so drunk that you tried to eat a cop's booty while you were getting a DWI? I didn't think so. Decent folk learn to not do that in driver's ed.
She is negative 99. Has come back on file out of Vermont with no history. In Burlington.
He says, the best chief that Brattleboro has had so far, fire. Chief Hardy is fire. She is a wonderful chief. She keeps this town in line. She is full bore a Brattleboro News fan. She loves these videos. She loves this town, and I love doing the videos for her. He says, laughing my ass off. Man, we were having some fun when we were making the videos for that, the comments and everything, because, man, when he went down and went, la, 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 it was like, trying to eat Culp's ass like that. It was like, man, are you shitting me, bro? The only thing that we can hope is that maybe the judge will see it, or that they somehow, like the prosecutor, takes the video from the YouTube and uses it in court, because that would be one hell of a hearing right there. Are you shitting me? That they got that dude's eating a cop booty during your DWI arrest? Are you kidding me? And then he was asking the female state trooper, he said, have you ever been handcuffed? He goes, you like being handcuffed and all that? She goes, not. She was not happy with that comment. She was like, dude, shut the fuck up. So that one was hilarious. I just posted a reel and a short all over on all the platforms for that one. It kind of summed it up really nicely right there. It was absolutely hilarious. So we have a lot of crime in Brattleboro, but we also get crime that's like that, which is this lighthearted, kind of fun situation. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What I always say in my saying is this. I'll ask the police, I'm saying, what in the Brattleboro just happened? Okay? Because Brattleboro always has some sort of little twist to it. It can't just be a regular DWI arrest. No, can't do that. Can't just get arrested and have a regular DWI. Nope, got to have a Brattleboro twist to it. Eating ass. You got to add eating ass onto that somehow. So the funny part about that story, besides the eating ass and all the shit the guy was doing, is that they got a call. I think the clerk at the mobile station called the police and said, hey, look, there's a guy coming in who's completely plastered. He's driving this red Audi, and he's buying alcohol, and he's acting like an asshole, and he's driving his car. So he basically left, and they put out a BOL, which means be on the lookout. So all the cops are out looking for the red Audi, okay? And as I drive by, here is the red Audi pulls back into the mobile. He like left and then came back, okay? So right then, basically the police whip into the parking lot, and here's this guy busted. Like, bro, why'd you go back? Like, you know he's drunk. Like, why did you go back? Like, was you missing a pack of cigarettes or something? Or what's going on? Who knows? But he goes back, and that's when all the cops pulled in and it had it with him. Even the Vermont State Police were looking for him. He goes, that was hysterical. That cracked me up. Man, what in the Brattleboro just happened? That's what you say. So, all right, I think we could probably put that one to sleep. Let's see. We got another comment. She's laughing. Susan Benoit. Let's hear what they got.
Ms. Kaufman has been asked to leave the property, and she has. She both units 24.
Yeah, she got booted. No trespass. She was not getting along with the patrons of the store, and the police had to show up and ask her to move along. So, good job, Brattleboro Police. Thank you very much. What in the Brattleboro is going on tonight? Okay, he said, what did the cop say when he asked if she used them cuffs for pleasure? She basically looked at him and rolled her eyes and was like, that's a weird question. That's a weird question. And was like not answering it. And she said, no, I've never been in handcuffs. I've never been arrested except for training. He goes, that's my brother. Who's your brother? The dispatcher? She said, Sean. Yes. Scotty Price in there says, Hank, fire. That's right. So we're going to shift. So she said, so we have basically, okay, here, we have a very serious problem in Brattleboro. We were talking about crime. I'm about to switch gears here. We're about to get a new news story, and this one's got a disclaimer on it. Stuff in town took a very, very different type of twist over the last week, and a lot of people wanted to know about it. So we've got ourselves a real news story coming in. Here it goes.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here on Flat Street in downtown Brattleboro, Vermont, where police got a call that a man was laying in the road and was injured. Some of the content that you're about to see may be considered disturbing, and viewer discretion is advised. Brattleboro police and paramedics showed up and found a man laying in the road, bleeding, who had been stabbed.
He did run that one.
Okay. All right. What was he wearing?
He's wearing, he wears skin check.
Brattleboro paramedics quickly got to work treating the man and transferred him to Brattleboro Memorial Hospital, where he later passed away from his injuries.
Mash up the sad emoji.
Do it. Yeah, I am.
Brattleboro police cordoned off the crime scene and spent all night searching for the suspect. The suspect is Levatus Williams, 19, of Brattleboro, Vermont. He was arrested and arraigned the same day, where he was held with no bail. I was able to get a comment from Assistant Chief Evans of the Brattleboro Police Department.
Then last night, we responded to the parking garage down on Flat Street for a report of a stabbing. Multiple officers, along with Brattleboro Fire, responded down there, found a victim in the street, performed life-saving measures with him, took him to BMH, the hospital in town, where he did pass away. Since then, we've had extensive investigation throughout the day to locate the suspect, who you just saw get arraigned. And all I'd like to do is just thank the various agencies that have assisted us and collaborated with us in making this happen as quickly as we could.
Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com.
So there we go. Like I said, things have taken a downturn, a very, very sad downturn in the town. It's just one of those things. Brattleboro's crime has gotten very serious. This is something that we all needed to see. This is something that we all needed to, face the facts, and that we need to come together and figure out what we're going to do. Jen Benware writes, have you released that other update yet? So today, I was producing the update for the Levatus Williams situation. Levatus Williams, 19 of Brattleboro, is the suspect in the stabbing. Okay, that's the man that you saw being arraigned, and he's being held right now with no bail. His victim, allegedly, is Aaron Colburn, okay? And he passed away from the stabbing on Flat Street. Now, there was another crime. There's a whole other situation, and there's a big update coming on, and I will be posting that most likely tomorrow. I've reached out to the police and Assistant Chief Evans and Chief Norma Hardy, and I wanted to know if I was going to give them a chance to update their statements that they gave me, because in the light of everything that's going on with this situation, there was maybe some new information, some new details, maybe the tone of what they said wanted to change, and I just wanted to give them the opportunity to do that. And I did some recording today for my narration and microphone work. So that is going to be coming out. I wanted to give enough time for the town to basically respond to what had happened. Now, there was a number of people who said, hey, that video was very disturbing. That was way more disturbing and gruesome. And why did you do that? And why did you show the footage? And I will have to say this. It was absolutely way, way more disturbing than I showed in that video by 100 times. It was awful. The man was covered in blood. It got very, very sad for a moment. I had to film it. It disturbed me. It was sad. There was a lot of people moving around, doing and saying different things on the scene. And I had to film it. And I sent the footage over. I dropped it off by hand to the police. And a lot of it was way too graphic. I could not show that. So to anybody who, may think, oh, well, Hank is a sensationalist, or why are you showing that, or have a heart, or whatever, you guys have no idea, okay? Because what I did was completely compassionate compared to what I could have done. And I was definitely very concerned with what I was and wasn't showing. But what I did want, and everybody wanted, and I spoke to all of the people involved, the police, I spoke to my parents, I spoke to multiple people about how to handle it. And what we came up with was, it needs to be seen. It needs to impact people. People who are from Brattleboro go down onto Flat Street. We all grew up going to Flat Street. We used to go to concerts down there. Used to skateboard down there. There's shops down there. The Latches Pub is down there. You park there to go to the movies. You walk over across the bridge to go to the co-op. And now you see someone laying on the ground having been murdered. Okay? That should hit home. It's a wake-up call. It's time for us to understand that we cannot just paint the town with roses and hope that the gallery walk is all that the reality of Brattleboro is, because that is not the truth, okay? Brattleboro is very nice. People try very hard. People put in tons of work for the community. You know, we have a strong community that sticks together. There's a lot of wonderful things, but on top of that, a lot of our policies and a lot of things that we have going on are not working and need to be tweaked. We need to address some of the ways that we handle criminals, crime, drugs, policies, how we police things, how the court orders are operated. Things need to be tweaked. Not one system and one way of thinking is going to solve all of our problems, clearly. And I can put these statistics back up and we'll go back over this. These are, calculated annually per 100,000 residents. Assault, we are at 375 compared to the national at 282. We're above average on assaults. And now with this, our murder is high, okay? 8 to 6. Rape, we're at 65 to 40. Our robbery stats are low. Burglaries, we're at 1,093 compared to 500 nationally. We are doubling the national averages for burglary. And theft, we're way over doubling. 49, almost 5,000 compared to 2,000. We need to be realistic about this. We have to change some stuff. It's not about who's being compassionate, who's dealing with it. One of the things that I hear people saying all the time in town is, well, there's problems everywhere. There's problems everywhere. You know, all kinds of cities have a drug problem. There's a drug problem everywhere. Okay, we are way above averages. This is something that we need to work on. You know, we can't just ignore it and go on a gallery walk and go planting roses and pretending like it's not the truth. Because the truth is we are way behind. And we have to come up with something before someone else's child is laying in one of our streets. Okay? And that's the truth. The suspect in that case is 19 years old. Okay? I think the victim is like 20-something. That is ridiculous. You're already being charged. Now, Levatus is being charged with second-degree murder. He's being held with no bail, waiting for an evidence hearing. Okay? So, you know, he's obviously in huge trouble for the rest of his life. We're going to have problems. He's going to have a hard life for the rest of his life. He's probably going, 19. Like, come on, man. So, they have murders. They have crime everywhere. I get it. We have 13,000 people, and our stats are staggering. Okay? So, if you really want to be compassionate and you really want to help out, it's not handing out bagels. Okay? It is not ignoring the problems and just trying to plow over it because you're mad about politics. It has nothing to do with politics. This is our home. This has to do with what we need to do in our community, no matter what you believe in. The stats are there. That is math. That is numbers. It is awful. So, is it a very nice town? Yes. Are there excellent people here? Absolutely. It's beautiful here. Everybody loves going to downtown. Everybody loves being a part of the community. We need to figure this one out together, okay? So whatever's going on, we have to figure it out. He goes, there was talk about a security guard to keep eye on Flat Street parking garage area. Not sure what happened with that. There is a security, there is staff security in the parking garage. And there are very, very sophisticated and nice cameras which caught the murder right there at the transport station. So that is part of this case. The cameras are there. Lisa Blaine. Shout out to Insane Blaine. He said, Hank for mayor.
Commercial burglary alarm at 1 Putney Road, the Dead River Company, and it's showing the display area motion. No key holder contact yet.
We got a burglary alarm going off on Putney Road. A lot of times a burglary alarm sounds like a great call, but a lot of times it's just BS. It's like something happened, and very rare is it like somebody's in the action. They're in there, they're broken in, they're stealing stuff, and the cops roll up. He says, Rick Gannett. Susan Hubble says, here. We do not have a mayor in Brattleboro. We operate with a select board. Vermont is by and large run by volunteers. It's one of the problems that we have. And a lot of people are very critical of the system and that we don't have enough people that are willing to volunteer their time to make any of the changes and do anything that we need to get on the right track. And, where does that start? What do we do? How do we fix it all? I mean, this is a collective thing that we're going to need to figure out with each other. This story right here is super sad. And two of our young people, lives are forever changed because of what happened on Flat Street. Okay? This is not, something that we should be taking lightly because it could happen very, very soon. Again,
Dispatch 3-2. You can stand down from that. They got a proper passcode from key holder on too.
that happens a lot. He said, stand down, the burglary alarm. A lot of times when people have their alarm go off, it's like a passcode error or a key holder or the people trying to leave for the day from work, and then they mess it up. She says it's collective, but it sounds like a leader or leaders are needed. Absolutely. We could use definitely to have some leadership, and some people want to step up and get involved, and I don't know exactly how all of the ins and outs of the city government is run, but the select board has come under constant scrutiny from so many people. People hate the select board. They do not like how it's run. They do not like the way that it's, some of their policies and some of the way that they police. One of the main things that's happening is the way that the court orders are. People are unhappy with the court orders and how they release criminals and how they set bail conditions that are not possible or feasible for suspects to maintain, and restraining order situation. There are so many issues that need to be addressed, and our crime rate skyrocketing. It's just really pushing everything to the breaking point. It's just one of those things. I don't know if the select board is the way to go. And that is designed, and is what we're implementing now. Maybe some changes to that is what needs to happen. But something's got to give. He says, why is panhandling not banned in Brattleboro? Would that be a select board issue? And panhandlers. Yeah, see, the panhandling issue in Brattleboro is something that everybody gets mad at, okay? And some people in the select board, and I don't know if that's a select board issue. Does the select board basically allow the panhandling? Could they ban it citywide? Could they make a policy and have the police enforce it? There's a lot of questions about that. I know that, the state is obviously very nervous about getting themselves in legal trouble or violating somebody's rights. It's one thing that I've noticed from doing the news is that this state is very concerned with people's constitutional rights. Not only the First Amendment, but all of the amendments. So, a citywide ban on panhandling. Does that violate somebody's rights? She goes, yes, it can be handled on a local level. There we go. Jeff Bush sent me 1,000 stars. If you like what you're seeing and you like the Planet Hank Brattleboro News content, you can always send me stars as a donation. I'm opening up all kinds of opportunities for small businesses to advertise, sponsorship opportunities. We love our sponsors, and we always support sponsorship all the way around. Big shout out to Cherokee Diversified and DR Roofing Solutions LLC for always sticking by me and sponsoring the best podcast on the internet, the Planet Hank Live Show, the Brattleboro News Recap. Brattleboro News is quickly becoming the #1 news source in Vermont. We have the best, most seen, most visible video news content in the state of Vermont today, far outreaching any of our competitors, regardless of what people may think or what they may have heard. Brattleboro News is everywhere. So if you are looking to get seen, if you're looking to get your business and your message heard, hey, you know, you better hop on board with the fastest growing news source in the state of Vermont with the best content, the Brattleboro News. We're here to stay, and I would love to help you spread the message of your business by helping you get some views and get your name out there, and collab. I love it. So we got one more news story, which I'm willing to put out today, and it's very much newer. It's a very funny story, and a lot of people picked up on it and enjoyed this one. Okay, so here we go. Brattleboro News live recap.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here outside Brattleboro Subaru on Putney Road in North Brattleboro, where Brattleboro police got a call that a vehicle was stolen. A truck driver driving a truck and car hauler left the vehicle running while he ran inside the dealership. A pedestrian walking on Putney Road saw the truck was still running, hopped inside, and took off north on Route 5 towards Putney, Vermont. Brattleboro Police, Windham County Sheriff, and Vermont State Police pursued the man north on Route 5 until he took the exit to head south on 91, headed towards Massachusetts. All three police agencies pursued the man south on 91 until he got to the Massachusetts state border, where they had to stop and allow the Mass State Police to take over the pursuit.
Yes, that's me driving next to the stolen vehicle, filming the guy. Look at him holding his arm up. Hank's our hero, Lil Goatsy. Look at him, he almost sideswiped
pursued and monitored the man through the state of Massachusetts until they got to Connecticut, and they had to stop and allow the Connecticut State Police to take over the pursuit. The Connecticut State Police were able to stop the vehicle and arrest the man just outside of Hartford, Connecticut. They returned the vehicle to the driver here in the state of Vermont. I was able to get a comment from Assistant Chief Evans of the Brattleboro Police Department.
On Thursday the 20th, our department received a report of a pickup truck with a fifth-wheel trailer being stolen on Putney Road. The Sheriff's Department found it and pursued it on 91 southbound towards Massachusetts. Truck did not stop. The pursuit was taken over by Massachusetts State Police.
Shout
and
out
they chased that
AC
truck
Evans.
through Massachusetts into Connecticut, where it was eventually stopped by Connecticut police. The driver was identified and arrested, and the investigation up here is ongoing for possible more charges.
Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com.
Yo, yes, that was me. I chased that boy. They called it in that he was coming south down 91 by exit 3, and I was just happened to be like right there by exit 3 doing another video. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just hop on and see if I could. Let me just hop on and see if something's going on, if I could get some footage. And sure enough, as soon as I hop onto the freeway, it's like, bro, there he goes. And the cops were staying back, and I just happened to be next to him. So I was like, bro, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to pull right up next to him. And I got next to him. He was going like 65 miles an hour. So, like, it wasn't like a high-speed situation. It wasn't over the speed limit. The police weren't, like, chasing him aggressively. They were held back a little. And I just happened to be right in there. And so I pulled up, clicked on the camera, and magic happened, man. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, it just kind of came together. And so when we got to the Massachusetts border, the Vermont police, they just turned their lights off and just pulled into the turnaround, stopped chasing him. And that's right there when I realized, it's like, man, I've got some different authorities than they do. I was like, I could drive right into Massachusetts. I don't have to stop. I don't have a jurisdiction of Vermont. I can pull right up. So we pull into Massachusetts, and the Mass State Police were sitting on the side of the highway. They were waiting for the dude to come down, and they pulled out, got right behind him, threw the lights on. So apparently, as I'm talking to police, what they could have in Massachusetts, they have them put onto their vehicles. They have these little launchers that are on the front of their state trooper vehicles where it will literally fire a sticky GPS. So a GPS system that they can launch, and it will stick to the back of the vehicle, and then that they can basically, monitor and locate wherever the vehicle goes. And now they can back off from the chase and let him go where he goes. Like, obviously, it's a very dangerous situation to have that huge truck, car hauler with what is that, an F-450 with a car hauler and an SUV on top of it. It doesn't help anybody if they did some weird high-speed maneuver and rolled that thing and got someone killed. So they just fire a GPS on and backed right off. I followed the guy for probably 15 miles, and the police backed off. They turned their lights off, and they pulled off. The state police backed right off of him. And so then I was following him for another couple miles, and I was like, man, how long is this going to go on? I'm 20 miles south of Vermont, and I was just like, man, who knows? And so I stopped. It was hilarious. Lisa says, great footage. You are a natural. That one was actually hilarious. 0 F's given. Hilarious. She said, glad you were safe. Please be careful. That's sort of what was going through my mind, was as I'm like pulling up on the guy and all the cops left, it's like, bro, what if he just slammed that truck into me? What if he, and here's a little detail of the situation. When he got arrested, the Connecticut State Police slammed him down on the ground. And I was trying to get the footage out of the dash cam of the truck, and I wasn't able to get it. But they slammed him down. And when they searched his backpack, he had firearms in his backpack. He had handguns. So he was a very dangerous individual. And that's where I was like, man, he already saw me, filming him, and then he was like, trying to cover his face and putting his arm up and shit. So he was irritated with me. And when he went and sped up to pull in front, the end of his trailer almost basically cut me off and sideswiped the end of my car. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, if he hits my car, what am I really going to do about it? Okay? Like, the insurance company's going to be like, what the fuck were you thinking? What in the hell were you thinking? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they denied a claim. You know what I mean? The police would probably get pissed. It was just sort of like, all right, let me back off. I got the funny part. We're good. Because you can't hide from the hangster. 500 stars. There we go. Jeff Bush killing it with the stars. Yes, star party. Let's get it done. She said, I think Carlos Eastwood should name his new baby after Hank. Just saying. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Name your child after me. Scotty Price laughing. Here's the thing. The Planet Hank live show, Brattleboro News live recap show. I hope you guys love this style of content. You hear all the juicy details. All right, here's one more thing about the so I followed up and I went over to Subaru. I talked to the owner of Subaru about it. They were all laughing. I talked to the salesman who actually witnessed the vehicle get taken. And they were all laughing about it. They hadn't yet put a Subaru on the vehicle. The driver had just left the car on Putney Road running. He left the truck running and was inside trying to figure out if he was going to pull a car over there or what was going to happen. And, the suspect was walking by, saw the vehicle running, hopped in and took off. So there wasn't a Subaru property on the vehicle yet. The owner was giggling about the whole situation, was happy that the guy got arrested. One of the local businesses gave me that security footage of the actual crime of him taking off. It was a pretty good story. The Brattleboro News Recap Show, we have, and in this part of the show, what I want to do is I have some excellent content coming out. I have what you want to see. We have the best news content in the state of Vermont, in New England. The videos that I have coming out this week are amazing. Okay, I have a fight, the police arresting someone violently. I have an arrest at McDonald's. I have an update on the Levatus Williams murder. I have an entire new situation revolving around that suspect. I have a PSA about drugs that you guys will blow your mind. Okay? I have the content that you want to see. Everybody's watching it. They're talking about the Brattleboro News. They can't get away from it. So if you are a small business, if you want to be a part of the Brattleboro News, have your business seen, your message heard, you're looking for an advertisement outlet, you're looking for a way to get involved with this because you believe in it, hit me up. I want to collab with you. I would love to add you to my growing list of sponsors and advertisees who are going to put their stuff involved in the videos. What I can do for you is I can put your logos directly in the videos. I have a number of different ways that you can get involved as far as financial packages, whatever, you're willing or want to spend. You can even donate to me via stars on these live videos, or if you hit me up, I take donations via Cash App, PayPal, because, I run all of this myself. I do it all myself. I do the footage, I do the follow-up interviews, and obviously I do the microphone work, reporter style work. And a lot of people appreciate being, filled in on the news around town and what's actually happening in a real way. The news around here does not do the news like this, and it's refreshing. It absolutely is. People need to know what's going on in the town. He says, way too young. Brattleboro News Recap Show, way too young. He goes, I bet he won't leave it running again. Yeah, facts. He definitely won't. So be tuned in to all of my content coming out, because the stories that I have coming out this week, you definitely do not want to miss. The very best show, the very best news content, #1 in Vermont. Our views speak for themselves. Thank you guys for watching. Planet Hank Live Show, Brattleboro News Recap.